This is a video preview for Sunshine Coast Race 8 on Tuesday. Got one that we're pretty keen on here on the each way line, $15, $3. Double figure odds, Grenola State in the Chris Anderson yard. Jackson Murphy's up, claiming 3, gets in with 51 kilos, drawn the inside gate. Gets onto a biggest Sunshine Coast track here after being tried at the Gold Coast its last two, where it's finished well back, over 1400, then dropping back to 1200 last time out. It's this run here at the Gold Coast where it sat 3 deep, the trip on the 28th of October and went over 1200, breaking its maiden tag. And sort of made it suggest that it's hit a new peak there and it might be capable of going one level better on this bigger track over 1400 metres. So it's Sunshine Coast Race 8, number 9, Grenola State. Let's have a look at the reasoning why we like it. Okay, so Grenola State takes on 1400 metres here, Class 2 handicap for a 20k tag. A few scratchings come out. Natural Black goes around the short price favourite. As you can see here at 1.6, another slip is 4.8. Rainbow Lace is 4.6. So, you know, there's a lot in front of Grenola State here in the market, and at the $15, the price really is still a good price. 41 into 15 too. Obviously scratchings out of the race, but a lot of these others at longer market prices like Hirschcraft is 46 to 31, and Steady the others. So it's significant to a degree, that 41 into 15, even though some of it is adjustments for scratching. Might find the Grenola State race is a little bit closer here, drawn the 2 alley. By Kate Blanco out of a Stravinsky mare, we think there's every chance it'll get a strong 1400 metres here. Suggests the same, the weight sat 3 deep and still fought them off when it won here at the Gold Coast over 1200. Let's have a quick look at that win. You can see how tough it is.
A River and Time to Remember showing plenty of pace in the early part. Just behind those, they settle down was American Enemy. Then followed by Lord of the Dreams. Grenola State's trying to find a spot as Sonic Bloom pushed up their knees. Well-tried Foxy Affair is back second last. And Page 1, a River of the Fields, the fast is the leader. Rolls has it travelling. Remember, who's been spent in the betting. To third, then it was an American Enemy. Followed then by Mahaka River. Grenola State's out 3 and 4 deep as they approach the bend. Back behind those was Straight Home. Sonic Bloom's trying to make some ground. Lord of the Dreams is strung up in traffic, nowhere to go, and Foxy Affair as they turn 350 out. So far, given a slap up by Rolls, led the way. Time to Remember, Grenola State, despite sitting 3 and 4 deep, took the lead. So fast is shadowed by Grenola State. Lord of the Dreams is flying home on the fence. It's Grenola State in front. How much left in the locker? Lord of the Dreams is going to come late. So fast is riding on Grenola State in front. Strike that's been some sort of win. Grenola State sat 3 and 4 deep, has beaten Lord of the Dreams, Zoo Fast, or out deep.
See, past the line, the others have got back in front of him inside him and stuff like that. So it's been a tough win, but you'd have to think after that tough win, it's taken a bit out of him. So it's going to take him a run to come back at least. And then these 2 runs here, where he's been well beaten at the Gold Coast, stepped up to 1400, then back to 12, off a pretty quick back up of 14 days, you know, like he gets a good 2.5 weeks into this run. He might be looking for the 1400 now, and there's every chance he gets a trip. There's a fair bit of depth that comes out of this win. Visually, you can see it was impressive. So after sitting 3 deep, the trip and fighting him off, the margins were always going to be tight, as you can see here. But if you have a look at the form coming out of that race, the horse that finished second, third to Lunar Missile, then third to Daring Deed, second to Panned Out. You know, 2 of them for 20k tag races at the Gold Coast and Ballina. Form ticks there. Third horse home, won a trial at Sunshine Coast prior. 4th horse home, goes to the Gold Coast, runs third to Smart Attack, beaten 0.7 of a length, then second to Hand of Faith. Once again, tight margin, half a length. 5th horse home, only beaten 1.6 by Tango Yankee to start prior, and then only 2.4 off Cracker Charge. So the form stacks up, and considering they sat 3 deep the trip and fought him off, there's a lot of merit in that tight margin. Drops to 51 kilos here off that. 54 kilos carried that time. Jackson Murphy stays on. There's a lot to like here. Smaller field, will race close to the pace. Biggest Sunshine Coast track he'll appreciate. The $15 is big overs. 15.0 the win, 3.0 the place. From a breeding perspective, he's by the good son of Galileo, Cape Blanco, who's had his best over a mile to 2,000 metres. The dam, the Stravinsky mare, Tip the Wink. She comes through strong black type racing, including a third in the railway, as you can see there at a fifth last start, at Group 1 level over at Ellerslie in New Zealand. So left, right and centre, this one ticks a lot of boxes. Still lightly raced, 9 starts, 4-year-old, lightly tried. Still scope for more. Trying 1,400 metres, should appreciate it. $15. It's worth backing on an each way basis. So that is Sunshine Coast Race 8, number 9, Grenola State.